Hey everyone, welcome to Super Loved or Love Vibe TV, wherever you're watching this. And I just want to say hello and welcome because today I want to share with you some dating advice, some tips on how to raise the bar for love. So, this is called No More Losers, Raise the Bar for Love. And it's based on an upcoming program that I'm doing called Galore. So I will be sharing more about that in this. But I wanted to just start talking about this because one of the things that I see the most is, and I understand it because I was there, is this challenge in knowing that you want something amazing. I'm sure if you're listening to this, you are someone who is looking to have a love relationship, that you have that sense in your heart that you'd like to share your life with someone. And probably you're also aware that you're not interested in settling or you're not interested in having the same kind of relationship you had before. You're not interested in losing yourself or having to give up the extraordinary things that you've created. So if that is, kind of popping for you, feel free to post in the comments if that's something that you relate to. I know that one of the things that our body naturally does is it's going to move away from pain before it moves towards pleasure. And if there's a part of you that is feeling like, oh no, if I get into a relationship, I'm risking getting hurt again, I'm risking losing myself. And that's definitely like real to the body. So if you're here, I am inviting you to a space where we can start melting away some of the things that keep us from actually stepping forward so we can have that amazing relationship. And certainly if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, if I put myself out there, there's so many losers and scammers, or I don't want to be in that with a narcissist or get abused or have, someone who is not my caliber ever again. And so I am, I created this program called Galore because one, I love the word galore. Galore is the coolest word in that it means abundance. It means plentiful. And it's like you have an idea of something and you add galore to it, it makes it even greater. So, what would you like in your relationship? And maybe you have a sense of, yeah, I'd like to share my life with someone, and perhaps part of your body or part of your being is like, well, I'd love to have a relationship, and, I guess I'll, be okay if it's this, or this, like where your mind may already be starting to try to calculate, okay, well, I probably can't have this, so I'll just take that and then I'll trade this for that. And it does all of these like computations. And then it's like, okay, well, all right. It's like a settling feeling, even if it's not the kind of settling we think of in relationships where we've seen our friends like end up with people and we're like, oh my God, no. Anyway, so what else is possible here? So Galore is about really raising that bar. So there's two things that I'm playing with in the next week, and I'm telling you this now because I want to share some parts of this as we go through more conversation right now. And so you want to know where you can get some of the transformation for whatever it is that's coming up for you. Yay. Hi, Kathy. pretty much on point. I want to meet someone and leave the past behind, but I've been single for so long that I find I've gotten set in my ways and gotten very finicky about everything. And yeah, Kathy, please join us in Galore, because this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, then all of a sudden, we're like, okay, well, I've had this, and what I really know is this. And then we're judging ourselves. We're like, oh my gosh, I'm being too picky. That's too much. I can't have it. Like, then I'll never have it because I'm being too picky, and that can't possibly exist. And so there's like this cycle of dialogue that can swirl in our worlds that then really stops us again. So I want you to know that whatever that awareness is about the next level relationship, that's the thing that we get to say yes to in Galore. So there's two different ways I'm playing with this. One, I'm doing a masterclass on Tuesday next week where I'm going to do some teaching where we're going to go through 5 key areas that you need to consider in order to up level your energy, your space, your consciousness, so that you can actually receive that next level Galore kind of relationship. I call it super love. Galore, super loved is the same thing, but I love the word Galore, so I wanted to name something that. And then the next level is the 22 days of an immersion that each day we'll be doing a different practice. You'll get teachings and tools in that too, but it's an incremental kind of immersion experience so that you are real time actually up leveling yourself, making different choices for yourself so that you can receive that next level relationship. And so one of the main things here is you can notice from what we just talked about with Kathy is like this judgment comes in and it starts diminishing our ask. And I know that if you're here in your heart, you're like, oh, wow, I totally know way more about what I want in love than I did when I met my first husband or this last person I dated or whatever the thing is. We're different right now than we were even an hour ago. So it's really going to be about getting into the space of honoring who you are and getting out of the space of where you've bought into these ideas and have these mental habits that actually keep you in a low bar space for relationship. Because guess what? If your heart is aware of this relationship up here, and yet you're still sort of functioning here, and you're like, yeah, I want this. And yet we're kind of, walking in the world down here. Guess what? Your person's up here. You're not even on the same path. So Galore is about like really merging the paths so that the consciousness and your choices and the way you be with yourself and how you are emotionally supporting yourself and the actual, from the energetics to the actual choices and steps that you take. So next Tuesday, the 19th, 6 p.m. Mountain Time is when I'm doing the masterclass. We're going to go through these 5 things, and you're going to get to actually workshop a lot of this. Get your journal out. You'll get to kind of take some notes and have some tangible things. You'll have at least 5 things that you can do. And some of them are just a matter of having a different perspective on it, having a different awareness for yourself so that you're up leveling your love vibe, up leveling your relationship space. And then some of the things are going to be actual practical things that you'll use when you're dating and meeting people and how you pick people. And because I know that you may even be thinking, oh my God, I'm not very good at picking people, or oh my God, how do I know who's going to be a good match? Or where do I find someone good? Or how is it possible that the the person that I'm aware of is even still single or available. So all of those questions can pop into our world, and we're going to really expand into a space that is so fun. You know, even the word galore. I mean, I think of galore as velvet and laying on a chaise lounge and having like delightful desserts with whipped cream and fruit on them. It's like that kind of opulence and extravagance and luxury. And that is really why I do this work, because my mission is to help women get to that extraordinary, phenomenal relationship, whatever it is. And it's going to be unique for you. It's not going to be the, Mike and Carol Brady kind of relationship. There's an infinite number of possibilities in the way you can create a phenomenal relationship that is going to work. You have the ways that are going to work for you, and someone else is going to have different ways. So we get to kind of move away everybody else's expectations and judgments and ideas about what's right. And we're going to play with actually creating that most opulent, extraordinary space for love for you. And it's going to blow away a lot of interesting, probably barriers that you may be aware of, and a lot of them that you may not be aware of. So that's going to be the fun part, is those things that have been holding you back, maybe in plain sight. You may think that that's totally right and normal. And guess what? A lot of them are just keeping you small. So would you like to play? I would love to have you. 2 options, masterclass on Tuesday night, 6 p.m. You could come to that, do the training. And then if you want to go further, I love doing these extended daily experiences. And this one is a Galore 22-day experience, where every day for 22 days, I'm going to go live in a Facebook group. You can join live or you can watch the replay later. It's always available. And then you're going to get an audio activation. That's a special thing that you can listen to over and over again that will help kind of rewire you into that higher level space, raise the bar for love, and then a special worksheet that you can do that will change your space of possibility too. And certainly the daily things, but also every Sunday we do a special thing called Dead Old Lady Readings. And that's when you can bring a question and you'll get an answer. And it's just a really amazing community and so fun. So I want to invite you to that. I'm going to put the link in the comments or above so that you can join us. You can also go to, there it is. It's right on the screen. You can go to getsuperlove.com/next up. And you'll see the masterclass, and you'll also see the 22-day program. I'd love to have you. If you have any questions, post them below. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you real soon. Bye, everyone.